from my heart and from my hand. Why don't people understand my intention?
Rivera, yeah.
Hey folks, this is SAI Kern Jr., your #1 stop for all the major events in Texas. I'm here with one of our local players, Mr. John Rivera.
What's up?
Who has, for the last few weeks, been winning here at our events. So I thought I'd profile you, his deck for this week. So John, why don't you go ahead and talk through some of the cards you have and explain some of the reasons why you've chosen it.
Well, to be honest, I would have to define this deck as cookie cutter Blackwings. It's the same Blackwing build, the only difference is how you play with it. Okay, for starters, you have to have a Dark Armor. It doesn't come out very often, and normally it's the first thing I side out, but it'll get you games instantly. It's your powerhouse. Next, most people run one value. I prefer two. It gives me a little more search with Whirlwind or Shura. Gives me Sirocco into Armed Wing into Armor Master, or sometimes Armor Master into Silverwind, and I find that normally wins games. Standard Blackwing card, if you don't run this, you don't run Blackwings, is Gale. Gale will never go up to more than one, because Gale gives this deck game 90% of the time. Next, I run 3 Blizzards. Blizzard's probably your best top deck card in the deck. You draw this, you have no hand, you have a grave, you just turn it around completely. Plus it goes into Arm Wing really fast. Bora, I run 3 Boras, everyone runs 3 Boras, you have to run 3 Boras. Bora's your Piercer, standard Blackwing card. The trick is, you drop as many of these as possible, as soon as possible. Because you want to deal damage, you're hit and run. You hit with this, and then they clear your field, but you've dealt the damage already. There's no recovery. Shura, standard Blackwing procedure is to run 3 Shuras. He searches out Gale, he searches out Vayu. I don't run a magical android, and I get a lot of crap for it, but I don't feel the need to sync out for a 5-star every turn. Normally I'll switch it up, and I'll go maybe a 7, and then into an 8, or I'll go into a 6 and then a 7. Collude, you have to run 3 Colludes. This is pretty standard stuff, people. If you don't run 3 Colludes, God help you. Sirocco, I've been hearing a lot of talk. A lot of people are saying that you don't want to run 3 Siroccos because they clump. I'm like, oh my gosh, how bad is that to have a 2001 drop clump in your hand? Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Maybe I should run a Gores, because you know, Gores comes out so often in Blackwings. Yeah, because I've been hearing a lot of talk about Pojo, people putting in Gores instead of 3 Siroccos. Now, for the spell lineup, you've got your 1 Allure. You know, it happens maybe once a game. Duh, because, you know, if you're running 2, obviously you've lost the game. Pride and joy of every deck is, of course, Pot of Duality. I just got these again. My first win that I got with this deck for this locals was with Pots of Dualities, and the second 2 were without it, so it plays pretty evenly without it, but the gameplay does differentiate when you have 2 Pots of Duality. Because you have to play a little more conservatively, you can think about your gameplay more, you don't have to do hit and run. You can just go steady build up. Whirlwind, I've actually seen people take these out, but for me, you have to run the Black Whirlwind. Mine's super, because, you know, I have really good luck with dual terminals. 2 cards of Black Feathers, I've heard people run only 1 of these, but I like 2, because I like to set up. You know, I like that extra draw, and sometimes Blizzard is just bad in hand. Dark Hole, pretty basic. If you're not running Dark Hole, you're probably not winning this format. Monster Reborn, obvious staple. 2 Books of Moon. I've heard some people talk about 3, but I don't know. I'd rather go with the permanent solution. You know, I'd rather not run 3 Books of Moon. I'd rather run something that destroys it. Giant Trunade, pretty standard. Cold Wave, I normally side this out second game because normally I don't have I know what they're running in their backfield, so I don't have to worry about it as much. And it's pretty dead because my opponent knows that I run a cold wave now, and so they're going to wait for me to play, and then they're going to go off. Now let's see, of course you've got your Mirror Force, your Tori, your Solemn, you know, pretty standard. Solemn Warning is a godsend in this new format. You know, I don't even run an Oppression mained, because, you know, I've got Solemn Warnings. I mean, game 2, I'll go into Oppression just for that extra lockdown to kind of throw off the gameplay, but you don't need it mained anymore because you've got these. Trap Stuns are my tech in the deck. I love them. Trap Stun is amazing. And you just do it at the beginning of the turn. You go Trap Stun, draw phase. Okay, let it go. Lord help them if they let that first Trap Stun go. Sometimes for added benefit, I'll go Trap Stun and then main phase I'll go Cold Wave. I love it. Icarus, pretty standard. You have to run at least one Icarus. I'm running 2 at the moment because I took one out for a Pot of Duality. I love them. You know, it's a +1. And then the card that's really going to win this format, and this is the card that fucks up your opponent completely, is Delta Crow. Delta Crow is GG. You do Delta Crow on them, it doesn't even matter. They're not recovering. And for extra deck, Catastor, it's pretty basic. I've got my 2 Armed Wings. They're pretty basic. My Brionac, my Goyo. Like I said, I don't run Magical Android because I really would prefer to just go into something else. Armor Master 2, because you can, because he makes good bait with Vayu and Grave. Black Rose. Chimera Tech main. I've actually seen people not main these in their extra deck, and I don't know how you deal with that. It's so good. Let's see, Silverwind. Yes, I do run him, and yes, he comes out at least once a match, but never with his effect. Darkened Lord. This is what makes Blackwings good this format, because it's common. I've got my Colossal Fighter. He comes out like maybe once a game, maybe once a turning. He doesn't come out that much. I'm actually thinking of taking him out. I got my Stardust Dragon. That comes out a lot. My Red Dragon Archfiend, yet again, you have to have a Red Dragon Archfiend because sometimes you do have someone do something crazy on you that requires a Red Dragon Archfiend. And Mistworm, I don't think I've brought out Mistworm once. I think I've only brought him out with a Bora, a Vayu, and a Shura. That's the only way I bring him out. For my side, I go a little far afield. I go 3 Ryos. These automatically go in game 2. Because you just knock down their Consecrateds. And then, Cyber Dragon, it doesn't even matter what I'm playing against. These go in game 2. They're just so beautiful. Effect Veiler, that's more for, like, if I face against something weird like Scraps, or, you know, maybe I played against an Empty Jaw and I went to an Effect Veiler and it wrecked them, and they were undefeated until they faced me. Here's my Call. Call is good. I took it out main because Pot of Duality's in there, and there's the Icarus I told you about. Here's Roll Oppression. You have to have this sided with Blackwings. It's just too good not to. Skill Drains. Oh my god. This gets sided every
OMG!
game. OMG, man. OMG. If I play against 6 Samurais, Lord help them. Because this card wrecks their face. I mean, even next format, 6 Sams, this makes them cry. And to all you people out there who bitch about this, yes, I do have 2 MST sided instead of main, because I prefer a Trap Stun. And it's really just meant for game 2. Because, you know, they're going to roll the Creamy or something like that.
And also, it's a great choice to have one main deck Miracle Fusion. It'll always help in a good top deck situation. Don't put me in the camera.
Oh, damn right I am.
World famous E-Hero top deck scrub. How you doing?
Yeah. Gotta remember that one Miracle Fusion.
And a Snowman Eater. 1900D, kill shit, awesome stuff.
So that's John
And
Rivera's.
white sleeves.
That's John Rivera's Blackwings, and
It's not John Rivera's Blackwings. This is Ray Gutierrez's Blackwings.
Well, Ray Gutierrez
as
doesn't.
played by John Rivera.
Yeah, well, Ray doesn't win with Blackwings, so.
As played by.
As played by. You need a master player to go with any deck. Oh, really?
What?
You do need a master player to go with any deck.
Yeah, but you're not it.
So, what do you, how, let me put it this way.
In this pen
What
ends
kind
worlds.
of matchups have you faced so far in the tournaments?
Everything and his mother. Yeah, that's right.
That's
his mother
pretty much
plays
it.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I've played against Scraps, Quick Draw. Oh god. Gemini Stun is the easiest win. It really is for some reason. I think it's just because you just need a beat stick to take him down. I made a Gemini Stun deck cry after I hit him for 5,000, and the next turn reborn my Darken and did it again.
And, I'm gonna say, so why is it you think that there hasn't been a consistent Blackwing win as far as in major tournament level?
I think they have
side deck.
It is easy to side deck because pros know that you're gonna, if you face a Blackwing deck and you don't have a side for it, you will lose. Period.
Coolest mat in the world. Check that out.
The only thing you have to side against Blackwings
Oh,
is
shit.
you have to have a consecrated.
no, he didn't.
You have to have a consecrated light against Blackwings. Maybe no, because consecrated pretty much screws them up.
Well-timed depression would screw him up too.
Oh yeah, well-timed depression can screw up every deck. Maybe not Gemini Stun.
Well, that's what it means.
But yeah, to be honest, my hardest matchup is against Lightsworn because it comes down to who gets what first. And
the Lightsworn.
oh, the Lightsworn. Like I'm half and half with Lightsworn.
And good Lightsworn players run 3 wolves, no matter what the script says.
Bad Lightsworn players run 3 wolves. Good Lightsworn players run Cyber Dragon and Effect Veilers.
You're a bad player.
Okay, well, this has been another deck profile, hopefully the first of many from your friend, SA Icon Jr., who is bringing you all the best and only good tournaments here in Texas.